Imagine walking through life with unshakable calm, where the insults and negativity of others slide off you without impact. Picture the freedom that comes with facing every difficult person, not with anger or frustration, but with total peace of mind. Sound too good to be true? It's not, if you learn from the wisdom of Stoicism. The Stoics mastered handling jerks and difficult people while staying true to their values. Before we dive in, if you're on a journey to strengthen your mindset, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Your support helps us continue exploring these Stoic insights. Number 1. Understanding what makes someone difficult. The Stoics believe that people who act in negative or hostile ways are often driven by ignorance or internal struggles. Instead of feeling offended, they saw these behaviors as signs of inner turmoil. Marcus Aurelius, for example, advised himself to remember that people act according to what they believe is right, even when they're wrong. Rather than immediately judging someone, Stoics suggest seeing them as humans facing their invisible battles. Imagine a situation where a coworker is consistently rude to you. Instead of letting irritation take over, a Stoic might pause and consider that this person's behavior is likely fueled by personal issues. This perspective doesn't excuse the behavior, but it helps create a buffer, allowing you to approach them with a sense of understanding rather than annoyance. In this way, you prevent their behavior from disrupting your inner peace. The Stoic response isn't passive, though. It's about maintaining control over your emotional response. Instead of reacting to difficult people with frustration, the Stoics teach us to respond from a place of awareness, choosing our reaction consciously. It's an approach that empowers you to remain unshaken, regardless of how others act around you. Number 2. Practicing empathy as a shield. Empathy is a core Stoic tool for dealing with difficult people. By attempting to understand where someone is coming from, you protect yourself from feeling harmed by their behavior. Epictetus, one of the most well-known Stoics, emphasized that people's actions reflect their values and understanding, not ours. This reminder encourages Stoics to look beyond hurtful words or actions, recognizing that they stem from the other person's state of mind. For instance, if someone lashes out at you, it may be due to stress, frustration, or even fear. By putting yourself in their shoes, you create an emotional distance between their behavior and your feelings. This isn't about excusing harmful actions. It's about ensuring those actions don't have power over you. Practicing empathy in these moments can be challenging, but it's incredibly effective. Empathy serves as a mental shield, allowing you to protect your peace while others struggle with their own. By choosing empathy over irritation, you avoid becoming entangled in negative emotions and preserve your emotional balance. Number 3. Recognizing what you can and cannot control. A central Stoic teaching is to focus on what you can control and to let go of what you cannot. You cannot control someone else's attitude, but you can control your reaction. The Stoic philosopher Seneca often reminded himself of this simple but powerful truth. By focusing on your response, you reclaim your power in situations involving difficult people. Consider a scenario where a neighbor constantly complains about minor issues. Instead of letting this impact your mood, a Stoic approach would be to remind yourself that the neighbor's behavior is out of your control. Your choice lies in how you respond to it. Do you react with anger or let it slide without giving it any emotional weight? This practice helps you build resilience, letting go of the desire to change others and instead focusing on maintaining your inner calm. When you realize the power of this practice, it becomes easier to handle criticism, rudeness, or even hostility from others. Rather than wasting energy trying to alter someone's mindset, you channel it toward your self-mastery. Number 4. Using rational thought to diffuse anger. For the Stoics, reason was the ultimate tool for maintaining control. When faced with negativity, they encouraged asking yourself whether a reaction is truly necessary. Marcus Aurelius advised stepping back and analyzing the situation before responding, reminding himself that anger clouds judgment and rarely leads to productive outcomes. Imagine someone cutting you off in traffic. Instead of reacting with immediate anger, a Stoic might pause and ask, "Is this worth my peace?" By applying reason, you deflate the intensity of the moment, allowing logic to take over instead of raw emotion. This practice of questioning your emotional reactions is a way of training yourself to remain calm and centered. This rational approach isn't about suppressing emotions, but about choosing which emotions to entertain. By recognizing that anger often harms you more than anyone else, Stoics intentionally redirect their focus, reminding themselves that peace of mind is more valuable than any fleeting satisfaction from reacting. Number 5. Building inner strength through daily challenges. Stoics often embrace daily challenges as a way to toughen their resilience. Seneca would expose himself to discomfort, like enduring cold or fasting, to prepare his mind for bigger tests. Facing minor challenges with grace helps build a mental reserve that can be drawn upon when dealing with complicated people. For example, if you're at work and someone's negativity keeps disrupting your day, treat it as an exercise of patience. By viewing these interactions as training grounds, you develop the ability to stay calm and composed. Each time you face a minor challenge, you grow stronger, equipping yourself with the inner resources to handle bigger tests in the future. This approach doesn't mean seeking out difficulty for its own sake. It's about developing resilience, so when a challenging person crosses your path, you're prepared to meet the situation with a balanced mindset. Number 6. Responding with kindness instead of anger. The Stoics believe that responding to hostility with kindness disarms negativity. When someone lashes out, responding calmly rather than mirroring their anger often diffuses the tension. Epictetus advised that instead of reacting in anger, try to keep the peace within yourself. Think of a situation where someone insults you. Rather than retaliating, a Stoic might reply calmly or even offer understanding. By not responding with anger, you deny the person the reaction they seek and preserve your peace. This approach is empowering because it shows that you're in control of your response, regardless of others' actions. Choosing kindness as a response isn't a weakness. It's a powerful way of protecting your mind from unnecessary conflict. Stoics know that by choosing kindness, they can end the cycle of negativity and prevent others' actions from disturbing their tranquility. Number 7. Detachment from external validation. Stoicism teaches that relying on external validation makes you vulnerable to others' opinions. The Stoics believe that self-worth should come from within, not from how others treat you. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that true worth lies in the virtues we cultivate, not in the praise or criticism we receive from others. If someone belittles you, a Stoic perspective would be to remember that their opinion doesn't define you. Instead of seeking validation, focus on your character and integrity. By detaching from others' judgments, you become immune to both flattery and criticism, freeing yourself from the need for external approval. This self-sufficiency makes it easier to handle negativity without taking it personally. When your worth comes from your values, the actions of others lose their power over you. Number 8. Accepting that jerks will always exist. Stoics understood that difficult people are an inevitable part of life. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that each day he would encounter people who were selfish, deceitful, or rude. Knowing this in advance allows you to prepare mentally rather than being caught off guard. Instead of being frustrated, Stoics accept this reality and view each encounter as an opportunity to practice their principles. If you anticipate encountering a jerk, you're more likely to remain calm when it happens. This acceptance removes the element of surprise, allowing you to handle these encounters with a level head. Accepting that negativity is part of life can be liberating. It shifts your mindset from trying to avoid difficult people to strengthening yourself to face them with grace. Number 9. Setting boundaries when necessary. While Stoicism advocates compassion, it doesn't mean tolerating abuse. Stoics encourage setting boundaries to protect your peace. Seneca believed in the value of knowing when to distance oneself from people who consistently drain or harm you. If a friend continually brings negativity into your life, a Stoic approach would be to set clear boundaries or limit interactions. This isn't about being unkind, but about safeguarding your own mental and emotional health. By establishing boundaries, you take responsibility for your well-being. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. It allows you to manage your relationships consciously, choosing who you allow into your inner circle. Number 10, finding freedom in letting go. The Stoics often remind us that letting go is sometimes the best solution. Epictetus taught that clinging to anger or grudges only traps you in negativity. Releasing resentment frees you to focus on your growth, rather than being tied down by others' actions. When someone wrongs you, consider whether holding onto the anger serves you. By letting go, you release yourself from their influence. This isn't about ignoring harm, but about prioritizing your peace. Letting go grants you freedom from the actions of others, keeping you focused on your journey. By practicing these Stoic techniques, you can navigate life's difficult people with wisdom and resilience. Remember, each encounter is an opportunity to practice patience, empathy, and self-control. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on Stoicism and how it can transform your daily life.